Sorry, I know I usually come out with a little more energy, maybe a little smile on my face, a little more excitement, But you know, I'm not really in the best of moods. I'll tell you what's wrong. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong, brother. Last time I stepped in a TCW ring, I got swindled, I got hoodwinked, I got cheated out of the TCW All-American title. Now, sometimes we take things for granted, and perhaps I took being the champion for granted, I took my skill, my wits, my intelligence for granted, thinking that there's no way like a chump like Brandon Wilson will ever get the best of me. But I was mistaken, because not only did Brandon Wilson get the best of me, Randall Shane got the best of me, pulled my tights and beat me for the TCW All-American title. Now, Brandon Wilson's been running my name through the dirt. He told everybody I prayed for rain so the last Monticello show would get canceled. He brought in Randall Shane to hoodwink me when he couldn't get that chump Eric Porter to do it. He's been on my case since I stepped into this company. So you know what, man, I got a little thinking. You know what? The way I look at it is, when bad things start happening, you gotta look in the mirror. You gotta look at yourself and I'm trying to figure out what's going wrong, what's going on. A waste.
Uh-oh, we have trouble.
What in the world?
Finished. Are you done with that mindless blathering? You continue to run and run and run on. You got beat in Campbellsville, Kentucky, 1-2-3 by Randall Shane. And Eric Porter, in a three-way match the other day, ends up pinning Dwayne Davis.
So wait a minute, hold up. This is, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this is Brandon T. Wilson, ladies and gentlemen.
Rest of the audience, no respect for the Dalai Lama or his goons.
I think some fans are
Thank you for
in the
that
back
kind introduction, you fake preacher.
All right, that's all I needed you to say. You're welcome. Now, you two, you're the one who cheated me out of that title, but yet you couldn't beat me, so you had to beat him? Is that what's going on? What's going on? Are you all just passing the title back and forth? Hey, settle down, Bert and Ernie. Settle it down. Let me get to the point of why I'm out here, I, as the former champion, never received the standard rematch that usually accompanies, being a champion. So right here tonight in front of the congregation, I want a rematch against you, apparently evil Eric Porter, for the TCW All-American title. That's what I want.
That was weird how that title changed hands so much.
Ain't gonna forget about that.
Well, Ronnie, I will say one thing. You might be a little correct in that, but you're not a highest person on the pecking order. On the totem pole, the rematch would come to Randall Shane before to come to you, sir.
Wilson needs to shave. You don't see me.
If Randall Shane ever wants to,
oh
my
hello,
God,
we have the
what are you
Ultimate
doing out
Champion,
here?
Brandon Wolf. What does he want?
Well, Ronnie's his mentor and trained him.
gosh.
And helped
Ladies
him
and
a lot.
gentlemen, UCW Heavyweight Champion, Brandon Wolf!
Hey, who knows? Hey, Brandon Wolf, didn't he beat you for the Southern States title? That's right, he did.
Do you still have it?
That's beside the point, Brandon.
Listen, Mr. Garrison, I would love to talk to you all day, but Ronnie, about a year and a half ago, I won this. This is the Triple Crown Wrestling Trophy, where I pinned you in this ring in front of everyone here. This trophy's mine. And what sticks to this title of being holder of this trophy is I get to cash this in on title when I please. But as you see right now, I'm the UCW Ultimate Champion, and I would feel selfish for being a double champion here. But this never said I can't hand this to someone else to cash in on.
Whoa!
No.
His trophy?
That ain't in the rules, Brandon
He's held
Wolf.
it for a long,
Silence,
long time.
Mr. Garrison.
Defended it 1 year. He's held it for like a year and a half. I don't know why he hasn't cashed it in.
I'm here to not have Shane be pushed ahead of Ryan Roberts. Ryan Roberts, I'm officially handing you this trophy
Oh, looky
to cash
here.
in
What?
for your opportunity
What
at
are
any
you
time
doing
that you
now?
please.
He can't do that.
The trophy goes to
You
a
can't do
Reverend.
that.
What a shocking turn of events.
You can't do that.
Oh, yes, I can. It
No,
said
you
in
can't.
page 3,
Very
paragraph
ingenious by
2,
those
section
two. They ought to be
8.
lawyers, Ronnie Roberts.
Terry
Brandon
England,
Wolf.
he's not allowed to do
Can I
that.
get a yay, man?
He knows he couldn't get to it.
Brandon Wolf, thank you very much. You know what? Man, I don't even know what to say. I'm not often speechless, but listen, I'm supposed to have a tag match tonight against Bert and Ernie right here, and my partner was TCW heavyweight champion Izzy Vaden, but I got word that Izzy can't make it tonight. So how about the UCW heavyweight champion Brandon Wolf be my partner tonight and beat these two chumps up? What do you say?
Well, I'm all for a good match with a good man of Reverend Ryan Roberts, but ladies and gentlemen, do y'all want to see us tag team and beat these two all around the ring?
Well, it makes sense because Brandon Wolf has issues with Eric Porter and especially with Randall Shane.
Brandon
They traded
Wolf,
the
I would
UCW Southern
typically
State title
try
back
to
and forth.
stand in the way.
Last month, I remember. I was there.
I would typically try to stand in the way of this tag team match,
Of course.
but I'm not going to. I think that's a great idea. You know, since Izzy's out of commission right now, he's not here.
And of course,
We'll
the
let
human
that
walrus,
happen,
Brandon
and we'll
Wilson's
just
got
beat
something
you.
to say about that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But it
You need
makes
to quit
sense.
being a fake preacher.
They wasn't going to give Ronnie a rematch, and after he had a couple, but they crooked him out of it every time, you know, and now they figured out a way to get him one more shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, join Triple Crown Wrestling and stars from UCW return to the Aspire Center in Monticello, Kentucky, Saturday, May 17th, 2025. Bell time at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Get there early to get the best seats. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms. Our opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, coming to the ring by Mr. Champ, Charles Colton, representing Creekwater Syndicate from Huntington, West Virginia. Weighing in at 215 pounds, he's one half of the TCW Tag Team Champions, Trace Evans! And his opponent, standing at 6 feet, 8 inches tall, from Inez, Kentucky, weighing in at 350 pounds, Appalachian Amos Abel! When the bell rings, the referee in charge of the evening is David Sigg.
Very good introductions right there from Tony Lane as he does a great job. I'm wondering why Charles Colton, we know why he has 3 titles, but why is he coming out with a 4th title? Not counting, actually he's holding 5 titles right now. He's holding the half of the tag titles that his tag team championship partner, Trace Evans, has on him.
Let's face the facts now, Terry. Brandon T. Wilson may be the businessman, but he doesn't even have a faction name. So speaking of which, they're doing all his orders to capture all the titles. They want to nearly bow down to the Dalai Lama of this company. By the way, they're going to go after Brandon Wolf and Izzy Vaden. When they do that, they'll have everything. Everyone will worship this man. Everyone will indeed know he's not a president. He's not a senator. He's not a chancellor. He's always Brandon T. Wilson. No doubt about it. You like him or not, it is all what he wants.
Yeah. Well, some people don't even think he's a real person. I think if you take the batteries out, he might quit.
Evidently, Mr. Wilson betrayed us all back in December of 2023.
Oh, horrible. Kids were crying.
Hurt me in the soul because I thought he would never show up. Dressed up as Santa Claus, robbed Izzy Vaden, stole his own livelihood with Tony Corral, and nevertheless, I feel so I don't want to say it out loud because if I were you, I might get fired.
Well, Tony, just think about this. Not only did that man do that to Izzy Vaden, he went to church the next day. I heard that on a very reliable source.
Did the congregation boo him when he walked in?
No, they didn't find it out till the next week, but they noticed some money missing from the collection plate. And you know that wine and those crackers that you eat at communion, they was missing a lot of wine too.
And Abel somehow putting him in the armpit section. Trace Evans is not even smelling it and just saying, oh, is that some sort of fragrance smell?
I don't know how to answer that, Tony.
Abel in the blue and white, and of course, full black for Evans. And you can see Colton wearing a suit. I've never seen him dressed like one. He's just some sort of another personal McDonald's getaway customer for some reason. Maybe he's on a date with anybody.
Well, he probably wants a Big Mac.
And they got shuttle block, and just like before with Kevin Sinclair, did not do a good budge. What you do to Abel, it won't be nothing. Oh, he slipped! Like that.
Well, he slipped on his own feet, and then he tried to clothesline the big man. It didn't work. I don't know what happened, but when you're an athlete in there and you're moving around at 100 miles an hour, it's easy to fall over your own feet sometimes. He got a little ahead of himself, or there might have been a little a saggy place in the mat, and if the mat's not real tight, it could do that. I noticed the rope seemed just a little loose, and so maybe that's the thing. Maybe it is. Because, I mean, when you can't even look and do the simplest thing, some of these people should be euthanized anyway. So what we got right now, we got one of the most popular wrestlers, and yes, you're welcome, Tony. That's all my idea. We got this guy, Amos Abel here, and he is so popular, and he's going against one half the tag champs, and this is a good matchup. And now you see the psychological edge right here as Trace Evans runs the man, get that lactic acid to build up, get the guy's tongue hanging out, and kicks him when he comes in because he knows he can't beat him straight up with the size and weight and power advantage. Oh, and Trace Evans known for submissions. Trace Evans going for the armbar submission. Now this is how you might keep a big man grounded and might force him to submit.
Abel been facebuster moments ago, and now that technical armbar on Colton trying to play an early advantage of cheating his own skills. And look at Abel rolling a reversal cover, hooks both legs, and a kick out, just saved himself from submission. By the way, Abel was torn apart 4 weeks ago by Sinclair, because no doubt about it, he has a lot of issues going on around here. Abel is a future television champion. He's 6-0 in his win-loss streak, and the clothesline took the big man down.
That was impressive. I mean, Trace is a bulky guy. Reminds me of like an Arn Anderson type build. In Arn's younger days, of course. And he, you know, those guys are some of the best body types for professional wrestlers, especially the professional wrestlers that were gritty and dirty in the day.
Well, I can't even see the cameraman involved because I can see him put him in that camel clutch submission hold. And by the way, referee Sigas, keep an eye on him, whether he gives up or just continues.
Why is that cameraman standing in our way? He's supposed to be over there to the side in the corner anyway, isn't he? Look, he's got dander falling on his shirt. Oh, the big man's up. So you do not want a man that size to be vertical. You do not. You want him to be horizontal.
Oh, boy, and Evans is stuck there like a little baloney. All of a sudden, he may know that Abel's going to do something serious. Get ready. Oh, kids, you want to cover your face for this? That's a stink face. Oh, my God, no! Oh, I'm going to throw up. And why the heck are you laughing? Tell me why you're laughing, Terry.
I wouldn't laugh at that. I think that it's a shame.
And now, and Evans says, your funny jokes are over, son.
Oh.
Right to the eyes, and now going for that DDT.
Oh, and he got it. He got it all, too. It idled Amos. I'm surprised he got it all. But he can't get the big man over. He got him 1, 2, and he gets a shoulder up. But he did not power out. You notice, Tony, another submission. This guy knows how to wrestle against a man twice his size.
Crippler crossface locked in on Curtis. And Evans is like trying to treat this hog
Oh,
like he's some
ladies
sort
and
of
gentlemen,
piece of
5
bacon.
minutes has elapsed in this match.
Or
5
maybe
minutes
just a
has
cross-face.
elapsed.
What did Brian Danielson call this? This is a
LaBelle lock, you mean?
yeah, the LaBelle lock, way before it was known as anything else. Let's see what happens here. Gene LaBelle, one of the toughest men in the history of the world.
And Abel struggling to get to the bottom rope with ease, and Colton right in front of him trying to get involved. And look at his slippery Singapore spaghetti noodle fingers trying to break the ropes, and Abel always going out. I don't know about you, Evans is going to win this whole thing. This may be the end of his winning streak after all. If Syndicate keeps getting this whole thing underway, Abel won't have any odds of winning, and he got it in time.
That's right. He has not submitted or been pinned since he debuted in TCW Wrestling. There's still people coming in. Nice turnout for the weather and all the bad storms and flooding that we have. A nice turnout here at the old Ferguson gym for TCW.
And now wait a minute,
Kentucky
Colton.
tonight.
Very despicable for that man. And a right hand. How is this very fair? This cocky SOB has got no business. Get this man out of here.
What was he doing? I think he did a Greco-Roman eye rake.
Well, he just punched him. He missed it. And
Oh, no.
Evans back to deliver the damage again. May not be a good sign. Whips to the ropes. And now a clothesline.
Oh, big
Here
time.
comes Amos.
Clothesline. Oh, Amos fired up.
The meanest farmer in the house is not to be messed with. Here he comes. He's going for that compactor, or may I say a little bit of Farboy Slam. There it is.
A big time, took forever and a day body slam, and I'll tell you what, I think Trace has had enough. Get me away from him. I don't know if he's a farmer or if he's a moonshiner, but he's definitely an Eastern Kentucky old boy that.
The
that's,
Zebulon Walton. And now, went for that train wreck, blocked by a drop kick.
That was telegraphed 20 miles in a day away, but it's still. And Trace almost lost his balance. But a Road Warrior Hawk type clothesline from out of the corner that levels the big man. But I think it idled Trace too, because he lost his balance and had to regroup as he started to leap. So he didn't get 100% velocity, but he probably got a good 80.
Springboard clothesline courtesy of Trace Evans, and now he's got some sort of an unknown cup device. He used it before on Christopher Matthews and Marty Clay many months ago, and everybody said, oh, referee got severely stuck, tripped him over.
Referee out of position.
Oh my goodness, Abel wins.
Oh, he could have had a 10 count. The ref was so out of position, but we got it. 1, 2, 3,
The winner
because
of
he
this
was
match,
almost rolling off.
Operation Amos Abel!
All right, Tony, now they'll get the oxygen tank ready. I tell you what, Trace wrestled a smart match early on, taking the man and running him to death to where he didn't have a lot of wind remaining towards the end, but he didn't stay on him long enough.
Colton complaining right in front of me. Think that Sig did something to screw Trace Evans, but it was no mistake. It was Evans that caused it. So instead, no, don't blame the referee. We know what we're up against.
Well, it just backfired on them, and they got what you reap what you sow. And when you're alcoholics at 90% or 109% proof, you know.
Will it automatically fare Charles Colton as he focuses on his TV championship match?
Ladies and gentlemen, join Triple Crown Wrestling and stars from UCW return to the Aspire Center in Monticello, Kentucky, Saturday, May 17th, 2025. Bell time at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Get there early to get the best seats. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms. Our next contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 185 pounds, Anubis! Next, Next, coming from the 502, weighing in at 243 pounds, OG Ugly. And from Roslyn, Scotland, weighing in at 15 stones and 3 pounds, Kevin Sinclair.
Well, Sinclair getting the same reaction he always has. A lot of course of boos coming out of the people. Not a likable guy.
Next match was brought to you in part by Strapolis' famous pasta, or your famous chicken Alfredo, cheese tortellini, lasagna, and so much more. Dine at somewhere in Russell Springs, Kentucky with Strapolis' famous pasta. Never been to that familiar restaurant before, Terry. And here we go, and they're going to take advantage on OG Ugly. 2-on-1 advantage, so it's a triple threat match. Pinfall or submission is necessary.
So I guess the way I'm seeing this is Mr. OG is the fan favorite. That's the wrong way to go here. They're going to start fighting each other because if you're going to try to pin somebody right in front of Kevin Sinclair, he's not going to like it.
And
now,
Sinclair just shoved Anubis out of the way.
And Anubis not going to like it, so there you go. Tony, say something really loud, Tony.
I must indeed say, Sinclair got everybody's attention, so Anubis is a newcomer. I never even met this man before, so speaking of which, you may want to need him on TCW's list, Wilson. And a right hand catching off guard. Sinclair getting completely pounded. Bionic elbow and a headbutt. My God, Anubis is all over the place.
They knocked her hair off.
Look out, clothesline by OG Ugly. And another for Anubis. I must indeed say, we got a lot of new talent on our hands.
Well, one thing about it, this kid can throw a clothesline, a hell of a clothesline.
No wonder the name 502 is somewhere interesting, like it's somewhere down in between a different country. I wonder where 502 is, Terry.
Probably Louisville, Kentucky, and they're flooding right now.
Yes.
If a dam breaks, that'll be all of it.
Right hand again and a big elbow to the gut. As you know, friends or foes, it's every man competitively for themselves. So instead, no woman on the bullpen area between these three competitors who are fighting for a contract. Except for Sinclair, he's already a professional competitor. And now a right hand chop on the block, forearm. These three men are slugging like a bunch of rabid dogs.
Well, I don't know about rabid dogs, maybe a run over road chihuahua.
Whoa, double clothesline by OG Ugly.
So far, OG Ugly looks better in this ring than most young guys just getting here.
Golden apricot representing for Anubis, pink and black for OG Ugly, and traditional plaid for Kevin Sinclair. Right hand to the midsection.
He just shoved him down.
Heads up for the suplex, caught off guard.
Oh! Kevin Sinclair is tired of playing with these two new guys. He is tired of playing with these young
Sinclair with another suplex
guys.
Catching off guard.
But they
Anubis
gotta
is
learn.
feeling the pain all right.
They got to learn. That's how you learn. They got to take their beatings, and both of them are taking it.
From Ryan Ramsey and Chris Snyder, now we got two new faces, Anubis and OG Ugly. And I have to say, Sinclair might be a lucky favorite to be part of this industry. He was a former UCW Southern States champion in the earlier years of TCW. I've not been around, but I've been a part for 2 years when I first knew the other company was no longer with us.
Who was the champion? Who'd you just say was the champion?
The Southern States champion. Well, Sinclair was once a former Southern States champion, but now it's nearly in the hands of Brandon Wolf. Ultimate Champion Brandon Wolf. And there's an elbow again, Ugly. Soup kick in the midsection. Here comes Ugly. Oh, but just shoved Anubis out of the way. Face first.
Very ugly is right, Tony. Very ugly is right.
These tattoos look a little bit sillier than I thought. And Anubis coming back for some more.
You think his mama named him?
Not saying I told you so, but it ain't easy for being green. And now Anubis, oh, wait, can you censor that already?
Oh.
He's sagging. Oh, my God. Someone somehow censor it, please.
Do you think he's a plumber on the side?
I don't think so on my hands. Anubis, no. You can't even lift him up. He's too big.
At least he's trying, though, Tony. He's trying. The kid's
outweighs him by exactly 75 pounds lighter. And
oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, my God. He broke his spine. Tony. Oh, and now Kevin Sinclair, the dirty, underhanded guy that he is, taking advantage of this.
He came.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes has elapsed in this match. 5 minutes has
Might have been
elapsed.
upchucked.
Side Russian leg sweep connecting by Sinclair, driving in the back of the neck. Anubis is in serious trouble, so is OG Ugly. The rowdy Scotsman is doing a number on these two new faces. Another Russian leg sweep again?
You know what I think? I think these guys are going to have a long car ride home.
Cover, going to take advantage for both legs. Sinclair, an advantagement, kick out at 2. And now, switch up to an ankle lock. Here it is. Reference to Kurt Angle. That ain't a good sign. Sinclair snapping it. And OG got the ropes in record time. And Sig is trying to give Sinclair a warning. 5 count is a disqualification.
Tony, he about pulled one of his tattoos off when he jerked on his leg.
The only way to get a tattoo move is to be branded off its own.
This kid here's got some fire, though. He's fighting back. He's been beat to death, but he's not taking it. Oh, a beautiful Greco knuckle lock submission into the eyes, or whatever it is called.
Raked him somehow.
Now fisherman suplex or fisherman buster down in.
The cover hooks the leg, and Ugly got involved in just seconds before the 3.
That would have been it, and I don't know why the guy saved the guy, because he knows that he's the fan favorite in there. The other two are not. I don't know why he saved him. Maybe he wants to get the win is the only reason I can figure that he saved from the pinfall. That's why I like when 3-way matches are you have to go till only one is left. Like it has to be 2 wins. Like Kevin Sinclair would have to beat both of them, or Ugly beat both of them, or whatever.
3 men exhausted. They gave it all they got. How far do they need to nearly know who the better man is? And Sinclair, you do not want to trust this man. Scotsmen do not work with other people.
Scotsmen are alcoholics.
Or may I say, a little. And now the pounding ground takedown by Sinclair. He's doing a wonderful job isolating the opponents. It's a good thing I have you at my corner for commentary, England. And now going for some scoop slam.
I don't know how good it is because I think
on the jaw that got Sinclair razzle dazzled.
I think you have to put a negative in front of this.
Oh, nice chop. And back to that kick to the gut. Anubis got a little bit startled for a serious minute.
Oh my God, an impaler DDT, that's all of it.
The Ugly DDT, and Sinclair sent him to the steel post. Wait a minute, Sinclair, what is this, a submission hold?
Sinclair takes advantage.
Rings of Saturn, he's got him locked in. Anubis is trapped thanks to the attack by OG Ugly, and is he going to submit?
Has he got him too close to the ropes? Oh, no, he doesn't. He couldn't get it.
It's officially over.
If he would have extended his leg another 2 inches, he would have had to be a break by the ref. But he's in so much pain, there's no way.
The winner of this match as a result of a submission, Kevin Sinclair!
Another victory for Kevin Sinclair, and all of a sudden, OG Ugly got completely startled for a moment, and Terry England checking up on him, knowing how the damage has been done. And Sinclair, oh, wait a minute. What's Sinclair doing? He's going after OG Ugly. This does not sound like a smart move. And now he's going to that same, there's a crosses again, making it back to the ring of Sour again. He's got this time on OG Ugly. Sinclair wants to say, I want my heavyweight title. I want Izzy Baden. And now he's punishing with devastating elbows right on his ribs. Okay, Sinclair, you won the match. Get out of here. We know what we know for sure. And fans in Ferguson Gym are absolutely fed up. Who on earth can stop this disturbing Scotsman? And now, one for Anubis. Oh my God, and oh, he just stopped him on his ankle. For Christ's sakes, you're a criminal, man. Sinclair is a sadistic scum. I hope if everybody's watching, Sinclair is out to show no mercy. And coming up next, we'll be having us as a good old-fashioned television championship match on the line, featuring Christopher Matthews one-on-one against the current champion, Charles Colton. We will return for some more TCW action after these messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, join Triple Crown Wrestling and stars from UCW. Return to the Aspire Center in Monticello, Kentucky, Saturday, May 17th, 2025. Bell time at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Get there early to get the best seats. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit and is for the TCW Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Ferguson, Kentucky, weighing in at 178 pounds, Christopher Matthews. And his opponent, coming to the ring by Trace Evans, representing Creekwater Syndicate from Huntington, West Virginia, weighing in at 183 pounds. He's one half of the TCW Tag Team Champions and co-holders of the UCW Southern States and TCW Television Champion, Mr. Champ, the best light heavyweight in the state, Charles Colton!
Took you long enough, Terry. Managed to handle it by myself. I don't want to break my voice. Oh, bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
Here we go, multicolor
After that
representing
last
for
match, what do you
Matthews,
expect?
and red and black representing for Colton. Let's face it, Colton is the first triple champion of any brand he selects around here.
Charles
January
Colton
4th.
is the future, baby.
January 4th, he got the tag titles reinstated after screwing with Marty Clay when his partner was unfortunately injured for the record. Then won the TV title on February 27th at Campbellsville, and then won the Southeast title back at the Caverna Super Show. And speaking of which, he's known to be fans as Mr. Four Belts. And here we are, fans. Everybody in Ferguson is in for a wild ride. And speaking of which, a little update on the heavyweight champion, Izzy Vaden. Somehow he is not here again.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of car trouble. I think he needs to go to a mechanics class.
Second time in a row that the lifeguard has been officially absent. Speaking of which, he's still our champion, but we know for a fact the show must go on. Evidently, Matthews was robbed when he hit that fantastic 619 specialty. And safe to say, Matthews came that close, retaining his title, and Colton, yet again like a rabbit, began scurrying out of the ring. And now look at, he's squatting like a chicken. Can you believe this man? Just taking a lot of time to nearly get himself ready for action. Matthews is not going to seriously say, yo, son, you're not going to nearly let me wait for a little while. Television title was once debuted back in August of 2024 when we had a tournament, and it was won by Tyler Lee Deputy. Ever since then, Matthews got the gold in early October and held it for over about a record-setting 4 months until he lost it on February 27th to Charles Colton. Will can Matthews become the first ever two-time TV champion? And now ringing the arms and muscle plates around here. Colton is somehow yelping like a coyote, not even knowing whether or not he could be satisfied for his obligations.
Chris Matthews has come a long way from a guy that a lot of people didn't even give a second glance at to becoming a pretty dang good wrestler and holding his own and being a champion. He was the the TV champion, and now he's wanting to regain that. And I'm telling you, this has been a good little deal right here. Good even matchup. Although Charles Colton's just been on an unprecedented roll, it's just hard to beat.
Safe to say, Colton's got everybody else lined up and prepared for whatever happens. Evidently, Colton is indeed a person who's going all out to become the new face of UCW by any means necessary. Speaking of which, there's one guy who's already running the ship, and that's Brandon Wolf. Speaking of which, everybody else says that no matter how famous you get, you're going to let the parade go by. And now reversing to an arm drag, going to a strangleholder. Colton is doing a smart style to keep an eye on the challenger.
Tony, a lot of people don't know, but Charles Colton, first year in professional wrestling, he started in Ultimate Championship Wrestling, UCW. You already seen a lot from him then. I don't know what happened there. They went for a shoulder tackle. He sidestepped, come back with a clothesline. But anyway, Charles Colton has been overlooked and underrated his entire career, and now it's coming to fruition. What I said 15 years ago, this kid, although young still, is a veteran in the wrestling business because he started so young, and he is a champion of multiple titles right now.
Well, you've been around for over 2 decades, and I'm already getting started. So far, so well. And Matthews is nearly going all his homework to keep an eye on Colton. Into the midsection he goes. And the right drop right on the back of the neck.
I thought he was going for a scissors kick a la Booker T, but went for the leg drop, almost a famouser.
I was once 8 when I was caught with my remote and changing channels by watching wrestling, but until I then got begged from my father that he knew I had to wait for the right moment, and here I am after 20 years. My brain's not burnt out yet.
Oh, you deserve it. You're doing a great job. I will be, if I make it, the good Lord willing, and at the end of 2026, I'll have been in the wrestling business 40 years. I started as I was 18 years old in 1986, training with the legendary Dale TNT Man out of Jamestown, Kentucky, and I wrestled for many years. I haven't wrestled since 2017, but I've been promoting since 1997, and it's been a good ride.
You've been out for 7 years, and you haven't even wrestled since.
Yeah, I haven't wrestled, but I kept promoting. I've never stopped being in the wrestling business since 1986 when I was 18 years old. I've seen them all come and go, and I'll tell you right now, Chris Matthews is an up-and-comer. He's a little late on the blooming, but he's up and coming, and he definitely deserves what he's getting now. Finally got it all together. Some people are that way. And Charles Colton is a major wrestling star, whether people want to believe it or not. And he's finally getting his just due.
Matthews whip-locking Colton back in the ring like an automatic tornado, and here comes Matthews balancing the ropes. Old school version, arm drag takedown.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Reference to one of the famous Hall of Famers, Ricky Steamboat, and dropped to the second turnbuckle pad, dropped toe hold, just cut him in the pass. Nevertheless, can you imagine what Brandon Wolf did earlier tonight, passed the prestigious Brandon T. Wilson Cup to Reverend Ronnie Roberts? I mean, it's been like a prize possession.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes has elapsed in this match. 5 minutes has elapsed.
Into the corner, dropping on the same bad back as he went through, and now a clothesline.
He went to clothesline him out of the corner, and Charles has done that so well so many times, but he usually slides through and gets more momentum, more physicality on it. If you notice, he kind of got caught in the ropes, just like he kind of got caught there pulling him out with his foot getting caught. Neither one of those was executed as they normally are from Charles Colton.
Missile dropkick right across the sternum, and you can really see his trunks. Look at it. Looks like a symbol of Frazier for all I see. In the meantime, Colton is like holding Matthews in a very perfect position even further. He wants Matthews to nearly prepare himself for whatever happened. it don't matter if he walks away TV champion tonight. Speaking of which, Colton would indeed say he will be going down as the longest reigning, greatest television champion of any show. And now, clothesline cough guard missed it.
Right chest first, a la Bret Hart. If I had been Trace Evans when he was over in the corner, I would have poked his eyes, but he didn't.
Suplex coming up right in front of us, and now he's going to pose to the audience. Maybe 6 seconds.
Beautiful Harley Race like vertical suplex. Oh my goodness.
Took him down aggressively. Now he's delivering some push-ups. Speaking of which, Colton, this is no time for exercises. You got to stay in this position. Speaking of which, Matthews is one of the most fighting superstars of our show. Colton, he's more likely somebody else's Slim Jim. Speaking of which, he doesn't even know if I can peel a little skin and not restitch him. He might be super glued and he won't even muffly talk anytime soon.
Well, Tony, I don't know what you just said, so I can't reply, but I want to tell you one thing. Why is Trace Evans always smiling? He's up to something.
And Colton got a little startled. Matthews saw what was going on. Clothesline.
Colton made a judgment and error right there. He made a mental error. He was too busy. Oh, a reverse sling blade. I've not seen that. A reverse. It's almost like a bulldog. Oh, 2 9/10. He had him. I've not seen that. Usually they do the reverse, like almost like the Stinger did the reverse scorpion death drop when they do the sling blade, but that was almost like a bulldog straight down into the canvas, head first, nose first.
And now going for that cross-face submission hold, and more likely, they just saw him tapped out moments ago. He's trying to somehow hold on for dear life.
I don't think they saw the previous match either.
And oh man, Colton with his dirty ways, biting the fingers of Christopher Matthews to escape a certain amount of humiliation. And Evans, oh, wait a minute. While Colton's running horribly. Oh, this is ridiculous. Cheap shot. Evans once again gets involved for anybody's business. And Colton doing the dirty plan to do things his way. Here comes Colton. Falcon suplex. Must have been familiar. I say nobody in France will ever know that maneuver. Into the cover, hooks the big leg kick out.
Even Charles should know better. Such a lackadaisical cover. You're not going to get Chris Matthews with that. I think he might be a little overconfident against Matthews, but he should know better. Matthews has been on a winning streak until late. Until late, I should say.
Although Colton and Evans are one of the most diabolical bullies in this industry, and once again, Evans doing his own work, trying to keep Matthews isolated. And this is what it's all about right there. Cover, Colton's gonna somehow steal the championship prize again, and a kick out once again at 2. And coming up next, we'll be seeing Reverend Ronnie Roberts battling a perfect team along the way with Brandon Wolf versus Evil Eric Porter and the Randall Shane.
You know one good thing about Trace dressing like that, he can go out to a fancy dinner and not have to get undressed after wrestling.
Look out below for Matthews. Hurricanrana. Lateral press, the cover, hooks the leg once again. Owens, come on. Evans just got in the way. His peanut butter hands just slipped out of the way, broke the fall, and referee Sig didn't even know what was happening.
What in the heck, right in front of the referee, or the referee may have been looking off, but I can't believe he didn't see that. It amazes me. And Matthews has had enough of 2-on-1 here.
And Evans is going to pull Colton out of the way to go away. And look at him, scurry like Michael Madsen out of the way. Speaking of which, Matthews is holding on, and it's a serious cheap shot. Colton is laying a very personal sight of putting down the Midnight Man in its own place, and now going for some signature
5 minutes left in this match, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes left.
Forearm right on the eye.
You ever watched that TV show Lost? I think that's where we are.
Well, Michael Emerson was in Lost. He was on Person of Interest. You have not even noticed about the show.
Well, I'm just asking if you ever saw Lost. I didn't know who was on it. I never watched it except for maybe a brief time, a few minutes here and there, never a whole episode.
Big kick right across the face, and it's giving Colton a little bit of a Sterling press. Double axe thruster, and the audience in Ferguson coming alive into the cover. And oh, what in the? Get this man out of here! Right hand to Evans, he deserves it. And Ferguson's number 1 is taking over. Oh, wow. Just stopped him in his tracks. I know he put the brakes on
He
it.
should have drop kicked him right here. What's he doing?
What's Matthews thinking? He's looking. He's
Waiting
standing.
too long.
Look down below. Here it is. Ferguson DDT. Hey, go!
Oh, a Mick Foley-like double. But the referee can't even count.
Oh, no! For the love of God, Evans says, I have seen enough. This is so repulsive. Trace Evans is absolutely unhinged. And now the beatdown is under full circle. Creekwater Syndicate should be indeed fined for causing a disqualification. My God, this is sad, man. We're supposed to see Matthews retain the title, but it's not going to happen. And the audience is somehow delivering the boos all over him.
The winner of this match as a result of a disqualification, Christopher Matthews! However, since the title cannot change hands by disqualification or countout, it must be successful by pinfall or submission. Therefore, still, your TCW television champion is Charles Colton!
I figured Matthews wouldn't have just walked off on him. What a two unscrupulous guys in there in Charles Colton and Trace Evans.
Brandon T. Wilson must be proud of himself. Evidently, Creekwater Syndicate keeps the gold, and Matthews, well, all of a sudden, he didn't win tonight. But although Colton and Evans are going to get what's coming to them. It's hard to believe, no matter you can't trust anybody, Evans and Colton are still ruling the roost, and we're somehow holding on with a signature grudge. We will return for our main event of the evening. It's going to be the Chosen One and the Alpha One. It's Ronnie Robertson, Brandon Wolf versus the Ultimate Team of Evil Eric Porter and the Randall Shane when we come back for Triple Crown Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, join Triple Crown Wrestling and stars from UCW return to the Aspire Center in Monticello, Kentucky, Saturday, May 17th, 2025. Bell time at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Get there early to get the best seats. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms. All right, fans, get ready to scream because it's time for your TCW main event of the evening. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall with a 1 hour time limit. Introducing first, team number 1. Coming to the ring by the self-proclaimed Dalai Lama of professional wrestling, Mr. Brandon T. Wilson. At a combined weight of 440 pounds, the team of the TCW All-American Champion, Evil Eric Porter, and your wrestling savior, a 2019 UCW Hall of Famer, and our Southern Kentucky Superstar of the Century, the Randall Shane. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 419 pounds, the team of Reverend Ronnie Roberts and the UCW Ultimate Champion, Brandon Wolf!
boy, Terry, do we have an all-star match for you?
It's about time, Tony. I've been waiting for this match because this match should set the tone. This match will be 4 of the top wrestlers in Triple Crown Wrestling going at it.
Yellow and green for Roberts, red, black, and silver for Wolf, and of course traditional black representing for both in the hearts of Trace Evans, who's also got yellow, and a little bit of green in the mind of evil Eric Porter.
Now you said Trace Evans, you mean Randall Shane.
Oh, I meant to say that myself. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all
right. A
right.
little confused on 2 separate corners.
Well, they look a lot alike. They both look like an unmade bed and smell like moldy cheese.
Oh, hard to believe. In my own estimation, there's no doubt that 2 bald men, I couldn't even know who they are. I think they're twins. And Wolf is going to begin off with the Randall Shane in the middle of this main event here on April 5th, 2025. And the audience is rumbling like an earthquake, ready to extremely explode.
This crowd's lively, and tornado watches and everything going on, flooding, bad, severe weather, and we're still hot in this gym tonight.
No matter about weather conditions, we are still active in this contest, and Wolf, like a prey that smells blood, ready to nearly taunt the opponent.
You know, Brandon Wolf has a lot of big title defenses coming up since winning at UCW. Oh, Ronnie's going after the man he wants to get a hold of so bad. Brandon has a lot of big title defenses coming up this summer as the UCW, TCW, USWF Fair Festival Tour takes place. And I tell you what, we've got more this year than ever before. 34 fairs and festivals over the state in June, July, August.
Even though Ronnie Roberts debuted almost last July at the fantastic Lake Fest event, defeating Flynn Hendricks to become the new All-American champion, and safe to say, almost like a former OVW veteran. So speaking of which, he's glad to be part of TCW, Terry. Tag in, here he comes.
They're all proud to be a part of TCW, UCW, USWF, any promotions that they work for, they're proud of it. As long as it's not a jackleg promotion.
And Randall Shane trying to make it some heavy planning in the mind of Porter and Wilson. And you got to imagine, you know, Brandon Wilson was fired, no longer owner of TCW, because more likely you have full control of the company. Evidently, Wolf is like holding his own ground. Monkey flip with a good, fantastic twist. Pretty well done by Wolf. And keep in mind, Brandon Wilson will also have Eric Porter versus Ronnie Roberts in a matchup, which indeed, if Wilson sees Porter lose this match, he was forced to wear a dress and Wilson a baby diaper, but unfortunately it won't happen. Speaking of which, because Mother Nature indeed got a horrible run in with the wrong place. And now Porter gets tagged in. Arm drag, here comes Wolf.
My God, what a Ricky Steamboat-like arm drag from Wolf onto Eric Porter.
You can feel the tension, the adrenaline coming by, and Roberts so quick apart to get what he wants. Trying to somehow stop him in his own tracks. And look at, wow, Roberts is tripped. Randall Shane trying to get to Brandon Wilson. He's obsessed of getting his hands on him. He almost punched him at Campbellsville when an all 8-way brawl occurred. And back to the tag, good old-fashioned specialties. Big kick to the gut, and Porter getting completely dazed and stunned for a bit. Winging off the arm, and he is gonna give Evil Eric a lesson he won't forget. And don't forget, Aspire Centers on May 17th from Monticello. I cannot wait to go back there again. Also, Joe Mumble will be involving at Somerset for the Commonwealth Wrestling Legacy Hall of Fame from the center on June 21st. Plus, Lake Fest returns to Jamestown on Independence Day, July 4th. August 9th for Corsair Shine in Louisville. And we'll be back in for September 6th at the old Ferguson Gym. And you know, this gym is looking really well done. Double stop right across the forearm. Porter is completely startled for just a little bit. And now that shoulder breaker coming by. Here comes the UCW Ultimate Champion. taking it right across the arm, and the socket is severely slam dunked. Momentum is building so far. If you may know this guy, Wolf was once a former South States champion, and of course he's now the UCW Ultimate Champion. He had a really good matchup with Chris Michaels at Caverna Super Show. Tag in. Wolf and Roberts are doing a fantastic job isolating on the All-American champion. Into the cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out again at 2.5. This crowd is absolutely insane here.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes has elapsed in this match. Again, 5 minutes has elapsed.
Brandon Wilson, that is.
Well, he's more like a Sopranos character for some reason. Don't you look at that guy? Same face.
That guy died, though.
Well, he ain't the Dawn if that's not necessary. And now a clubbing attack. And now this is more like a feral dog beatdown. And now Randall Shane, the wrestling savior and our Secretary Superstar of the Century, which I gave him a new nickname, Shane liked it.
Well, that's what they do. They're like a pack of dogs. That's why Ronnie hasn't been able to get his revenge on them, because they always taking 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 4-on-1. Brandon Wilson is a thief and a crook.
Fans have got the Brandon T. Wilson, the walrus picture. I guess the Dalai Lama's not seeing it, so it's more like saying, okay, we really think it's hilarious.
Well, if they put a bologna sandwich next to it, he'll see it. And I'll tell you one thing, Brandon Wolf showed his true merit tonight, knowing how Ronnie, his mentor, had basically been hornswoggled by these guys here. Decided to give him his trophy and his future title shot because
Reverse
he's already
stunner right across the jaw. Ronnie Roberts is down for a little bit while.
Because he's already defending the longest statistically active independent title in Kentucky, and he decided to help Ronnie out, gives him the trophy. Ronnie will get his rematch. Well, he already had the rematch, but he'll get the official where they tried to block him and were afraid to face him. He'll get that match.
Evidently, Eric Porter walked away double champion, but somehow, some way, it was Randall Shane who defeated Ronnie Roberts back at Campbellsville, making him the first ever Southern States and All-American champion on 2 separate occasions. He held for 48 hours on Thursday.
How did that happen, Tony?
Well, he was in a triple threat match with Dwayne Davis and Eric Porter, but in the end, sometimes luck isn't fair. And by the way, it was Eric Porter who pinned Davis with a roll-up, and somehow Wilson's team has got the All-American title, the Southern States Championship, the Tag Team Championship, and the Television Championship. There's only 2 more titles so far. So let's face it now. Wilson is the Thanos of this company. He wants all the gold as Infinity Stones to represent under his heel.
So are you telling me that Charles Colton and Trace Evans, who have been loosely aligned with Wilson, have joined him now officially?
That's exactly what happened back in January 4th.
Wow.
And Roberts tossed down, and look at this. Dalai Lama's gone right where he needs it. That bloody clipboard went across the Adam's apple. How are you really thinking it's fair? 3 against 2. Roberts has suffered so much punishment. And he's pulling referee's stake. Oh, that was just mean. Cover, hooks the leg, and another kick out. Roberts is somehow struggling to keep an eye on the prize even further. As you all know, Wolf has got everybody's attention even further. He had held the Brandon T. Wilson Cup for a year, and now he's passed it to the Chosen One. And all of a sudden, Roberts will indeed get his title back with any time he sees fit.
This could lead to, I don't think Roberts will give up unless that arm is damaged, but this modified clutch arm bar here could, if he pulls the wrist hard enough, could lead to a submission.
Roberts is trying to somehow pull up his energy as he got.
Right hand.
Oh, but the numbers game was too much.
Come on, ref.
Eric Porter clubbing in the back of the shoulder blades. While England is taking somewhere else, I'm going to handle it my own. Anyway, Porter and Shane are doing a good job taking down the Reverend wet on the gristle, and it's just not doing a smart job. Tag in again, and Porter trying to nearly feast on his flesh. It ain't a good sign when the Holy Lord is looking down above him. Right hand across the temple, and it may have knocked him down silly. Porter is isolating the opponent severely and disturbingly. And now Porter, oh, wow. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Another right hand to Brandon Wolf, and that may be a little too soon. And Sig trying to completely go law and order, trying to keep the Alpha away. And Porter. 3 shots to get to the tag. Roberts trying to reach for Wolf, but too far, too long. Oh, look out. Rolls up, legs are hooked. Here comes Roberts, 1, 2. Oh, kick out again. But gets intercepted by a bloody clothesline.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes has elapsed in this match. Again, 10 minutes has elapsed in this match.
I have no idea whether or not Brandon T. Wilson is playing the superior officer, doing his own dirty work against the likes of Brandon Wolf and Reverend Ronnie Roberts. To me, he's the of this company, and I hate to be unbiased. Everybody knows Wilson can't be trusted. Into the ropes again. And Shane, look out, Schoolboy coming by, but it's Randall trying to balance out of the way. Oh, but meets his tailbone as he crashes on the mat. And Roberts trying to get the tag to the UCW Ultimate Champion. There's no telling who will be staying his way. Shane tags to Porter. Now a tag to Wolf. Here he comes. Clothesline. Elbow. Wolf is all over the place.
Oh my God, Tony, this match is on fire. This is the hottest match in TCW in quite some time. And Wolf going turnbuckle to turnbuckle with high impact offense.
No!
He pulled the ref right in the middle, and he's going for the unprettier.
Look out. Oh no, facebuster. Those bloody morons. Come on, with no ref, there's nothing we can do.
This is a tough team right here.
Randall Shane and Eric Porter may have gotten rid. He's bringing up Sig, but no, he's not even looking. He's already out. And Branch goes, oh, wait. Hey, that's not your trophy, son. Put that down. Wilson trying to get the trophy to blast across Brandon Wolf. And Roberts pulling Eric Porter. Look out. Wilson's going to strike it. Oh, way too late. Super kick right on the taste of his face. And now, with both Porter and Shane down,
oh no! After everything that Brandon T. Wilson has done to Reverend Ronnie Roberts, Ronnie finally sees him in the ring, and usually he's got 4 or 5 guys around to help him. Ronnie can barely get his hands on until he gets away, but there's nobody to help him. Ronnie will knock him into next week.
Now!
I think he pooped his pants. It looks like his pants are wet for sure.
He is.
Oh, he's going to hit him with a trophy.
He's waiting.
He couldn't have to a nicer guy.
Look out! Roberts has waited a long time for this. Oh, man. I hate to deny it to you.
The people want it. They want to see it. What? What the hell? What in the hell?
Are you kidding me? No way!
What the hell? It was
Roberts, why? You son of a... Oh! That trophy delivered to Roberts as a gift, and now you beat Brandon Wolf! Don't tell me he's the 5th man in Brandon T. Wilson's army! And throwing Sig! I am absolutely disgusted! He was trying to hit Brandon T. Wilson, but he went for Wolf. England, you must be in shock.
What the hell? Instead,
it was a setup.
I don't think that cow got milked real well, but I'll tell you what, look at this. What a horrible situation.
The Reverend just became the of this industry. Now, it's a 4-on-1 destructive attack. Shane, Wilson, Porter, and now Roberts, of all people. I was
no! Oh no! 3 men! Look out! Triple pile driver on the title! I cannot believe what I've witnessed, ladies and gentlemen! Ronnie Roberts has sold his soul to the devil himself! Wilson has gotten to Roberts' head all this time. The trophy, the titles, and a new man in this clique. And everybody in Ferguson are absolutely outraged. Colton and Evans must be celebrating with champagne, knowing that as of right now, Ronnie Roberts has joined Creekwater Syndicate, Evil Eric Porter, and the Randall Shane, trapping the bloody Nora of Brandon Wolf. I am so absolutely mad with rage.
I can't believe, wait a minute.
Wait.
Why would they let him abuse the referee like that?
Say had nothing to do with this, man.
What in the hell is going on here?
Oh my Lord, no! That's gonna cost a fine!
This is ridiculous.
I cannot imagine the horror of what I see. Ronnie Roberts has turned himself reverend to of TCW. Damn you straight to hell!
Announce it! Huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this contest are Evil Eric Porter and the Randall Shane. Now we have the newest member of the Brandon T. Wilson Coalition, Reverend Ronnie Roberts. This is absolute criminal, ladies and gentlemen. I have never in my 30 plus years, I mean, for 2 decades I've been in with wrestling.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Let me have the
We got to run out of time right now because therefore I'm already lost for words. Thanks for joining us from Terry, England. I'm Tony Lane. I need to get the hell out of here.
This is crazy.
Good night,
I cannot
everybody.
believe this. Here come, oh my God.